Hi, I'm Sunny from LoreForged, and I'm here to talk to you about Ashes of Creation. You can find all of our stuff at LoreForged.com. I've got a green bow tie on, I've got the R2 mug ready to go, and we are going to talk about inventory. Inventory! Who's excited to talk about inventory? Nobody? Aha! I will give you the Lee Corso. Not so fast, my friend. Inventory is actually something that Ashes of Creation is doing new stuff with. I'm not entirely sure if they made this up. I kind of doubt it, but it is a very, very good sign that they are taking a close look at this. Inventory has been a near constant struggle for RPG players, particularly single player games. I remember playing Skyrim, and for some reason I was just collecting something like shovels, and you'd collect shovels here and you'd steal shovels there, and suddenly you have 100 shovels and you're just wishing that you ran into the shovel boss that could only be killed by an avalanche of shovels. Well, spoiler alert, you don't need shovels, you don't need broken hammers, you don't need chairs with wobbly legs, and you don't need bits of string. All it is going to do is clog up your inventory worse than a fire station toilet after Taco Tuesday. You just don't need that kind of stuff. But you collect it because you have space in your inventory and you think, I gotta fill all this space. That's kind of the way that MMO and RPG players are. They're just hoarders. Back to Ashes of Creation. Ashes has developed a dual system for inventory capacity. You have spatial and you have non-spatial. Now we'll start with non-spatial because it's basically every game you've ever played. You get one slot and you put an item in there and it takes up that one slot and there's your inventory. So this is gonna be reserved for craftable items and gear and things like that. Very simple. One slot, put a thing in the slot, slot's taken up, game over. Now we have spatial, and this is where things get fun. Think Tetris. And I'm not making up that analogy. Stephen Sharif literally called the thing Tetris, and it makes sense because it looks like Tetris. I don't know about you, I personally hate Tetris. I watch professionals play Tetris and they see the things coming and the little L's and the T's and they slam it down there and all I can smell is burnt toast. Tetris is not my jam. However, the concept does make sense. Why would you create a spatial inventory at all? Who cares? Well, this is actually pretty clever. They are trying to solve a problem of land management, believe it or not. The design is that Intrepid does not want you clear cutting a forest or digging up, strip mining an entire place of ore. These are things that they don't necessarily want you to do. And so the way to solve this problem is by creating a spatial inventory system. For example, if I have an egg, that egg may take up a small amount of inventory space. But if I have a redwood tree that I've just chopped down, well, that's going to take up a lot of inventory space, and it might take up a weird sort of shape of inventory space either. It might be a long, narrow shape, or maybe it's like a long shape with a hook on the end for the top of the tree. Who knows? They could do whatever they want. The point is this, that if you make the inventory more reflective of the things that you're taking out, say like a giant chunk of ore takes up a big square like this that you could put 8 eggs in, well, now you're having to make difficult decisions on what you want to put in your backpack, which is another point. Backpacks. Backpack, backpack. You're the explorer.
Backpack, 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 backpack.
The better the backpack, the better you can control your inventory because you're going to have more space to control the Tetris game. At the beginning of the game, for newer players, this is going to be difficult. You're going to be cramming things in there like I did at the Boundary Waters, and eventually you just kind of give up, shove it all in there, and call it good. But as you go on and get a better backpack, backpack, you will be able to put more stuff in there in a more clever manner, and you're basically just a better gatherer. This is a good sign from Ashes of Creation. They're taking a system that's pretty boring and they're using ideas that they've seen from other games and they're making it fun. And if you can do that with inventory, well, then the future is very bright. My name is Sunny and I am with LoreForged. Peace, love, and honeybees, and I'll see ya with a backpack. Backpack, backpack. Love that song.